So They, Them is a horror film about a gay conversion camp. A bunch of kids who happen to be gay. They're gay males, gay women, and there are non-binary gendered individuals that go to this camp. And it Kevin Bacon actually gives this very, very like interesting, nice speech at the end. He's the good guy, he's on your side. I'm not trying to make you not gay. He goes on and gives this entire speech about like being yourself, and we'll just get to know, better get to know yourself. You are who you are. I'm not trying to change you. But you find out that behind the scenes, they're definitely trying to change people using methods that could be considered torture. So at this camp, and look, summer camp is a familiar setting for a horror film. So I'm not surprised. But the opening scene of this movie, which is really weird, looks like it was just completely shot against a green screen, like at a studio. Very cheap, out on a dangerous road in the middle of the woods. But so all these kids show up at this camp, and they're told to kind of like go from, we've got like, you can stay with the boys, you can stay with the girls. Come to find out later that some of the people may have gone to the wrong place. The wrong, some of the people that would, exactly. It's revealed in the shower is all I'm going to say. But this is a typical slasher film at a summer camp where characters are being offed one by one by some murderous person in a mask. It all takes place at this camp. All the characters happen to be gay. At least all the kids attending the camp are gay. And it's freaking laughable, this movie. It's so, is it woke? Yes. It's so overly woke. It's kind of laugh out loud funny. Like, I wondered to myself, am I seeing it this way? Am I laughing because this feels like satire to me because it's so laughable? Or are they being earnest and genuine, and I'm laughing where I shouldn't be laughing? Okay. So in any case, this is a movie you've seen a million times before. A bunch of characters are offed. Who is the masked person stabbing and killing people in gruesome ways? Well, it's revealed at the end. I'm not going to reveal. I'm not going to give away the ending.
We don't.
But it's not going to surprise anybody. Kevin Bacon is not who he seems to be. But I don't think this film takes any particular risks. It's totally trying to pander to wokeness in a way that is so overt. Like I said, for me, I just thought it was funny. Where like things sort of go from one end to the other so far that it comes full circle where it's just laughable. It's just laughable. It's like so woke. It's just sort of it's like a parody version of what they think people who are woke want to see in a horror film. So I will say this, way more entertaining than Bodies. Okay. There are creative deaths. Like, I like the summer camp genre of people getting killed with a masked murderer. I like that genre. There's a reason it's sustained to today. There's a reason they're making, Halloween Ends. Okay. There's a reason for that. The reason this is a genre that's sustained, but it's on Peacock right now, and I believe it is free with ads. So I don't know what your thoughts are. I think it's laughable and ridiculous. Is it a movie I would recommend? No. If you see it for free and you suffer through the ads, fine. Is it a movie? And this should be a genre. There's got to be a shorter way of saying this. This is a movie I would watch while I'm folding my laundry. And by watch, I mean I would let it play in the background and have and sort of catch the highlights of it. That's what it's good for. And it's like a lot of things that we see on streaming now. Is it great? No. Does it suck? I don't know that it sucks. I just thought it was funny because they actually made a horror film, They, Them. Now, my understanding is, and you can look this up, Alan, please look it up. Everyone hates this movie. People who are woke hate this movie because they, see that it's pandering, and it's not, and it's like, it's not doing it right. It's not doing it right. And then there are people that are, don't like wokeness, that don't like the fact that this movie was just even made, right? So I don't know. Just there's a lot of comments on social media about this film. If you've seen the movie, I'd love to hear your comments. Let's go to the chat and see what people are saying. Script Doctor, great to have you here, Script Doctor. One day we have to create a show where we can have like more people on the show. Yeah. I want to pick your brain about a bunch of stuff. But yeah, this movie is 30% from the critics, and the critics. This is the type of movie that is the kind of movie that is pandering to critics that like that stuff. 14% on the audience score, but them should have been opposite to what it was, says Script Doctor. And I'm going to see if I get this right. 218, 218. Is it 218 in Roman numerals?
218. That's right.
218 became a YouTube member. Thank you for that. Zio Reimer says, I wish they slashed them.
So was there any, let's just assume that the creators were super woke. Was there at least any creativity in terms of their commentary on gay conversion camps and Christians? And
yeah, it's everything you would think. Gay conversion camps are, bad and evil to try to change people from who they are.
Invoking the name of God all the time.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. It's very, very. Once they get into it, you discover there's more to it than that. There's a couple interesting scenes. I forget the name of the lead character, which is a non-binary, they, them. The lead, what do you call I guess you'd say actor, if they're a they, them, right?
Yeah.
Isn't actor a gender neutral term?
Yeah, but mostly for men.
Right, mostly for men, but it's gender neutral. So where they're shooting guns, which is like, they try to do traditional things that men would do. So they have like a gun range. Then they have traditional things that women would do. So they're baking pies, right? And of course the they, them is very good at shooting guns, which may come into play. And then there's a scene where they like attach electrodes to someone's chest, and they're looking at images of sexy women, sexy guys, and then trying to electrify the gay away, so to speak. But yeah, it just seems like this movie just upset everybody. So it's not gotten great reviews, and I can't give it a good review, except that I thought if you go into it with the right attitude, it's stupid and laughable. Everything about this movie is kind of just dumb. So it fits a category of a film I like I can't believe they made this movie. Like, I cannot believe they actually made this film. So yeah. Holy Hand Grenade says film threat / Script Doctor collab. I'm in. We got to figure out a way to do it. CD Stein 69 says to Solomon Thornton, the sequel should be called The Shit. And CD Stein 69 says, knowing Hollywood, I'm pretty sure it wasn't created as satire. They actually believe they're doing the heavy lifting for the cause. No, I mean they believe that, but I think that the intended audience that they thought would embrace the film did not. Seems that they don't like the film. Script Doctor, the kids at the camp and they, them reminded me of the kids from the movie Camp 2003. Zachary Bloom says, Ezra Miller cameo. And Script Doctor says,
we don't want to spoil the ending there.
I'll do a collab with Chris and Alan. Yeah, we got to figure it out. Yeah. Bad Adam 12 for 10 says, hope you give enough advance notice to interviewing Wynorski. You probably could interview the director of the documentary Papatopoulos, the docu about Wynorski. Love Wynorski films. Yeah, we'll definitely give people a heads up. Problem is that we're trying to schedule a lot of these things with filmmakers, and and just as a little housekeeping note, we had originally scheduled to have the director of Alex's War, which is the documentary about Alex Jones, on the podcast on Friday. That is now being rescheduled to the fall when the Blu-ray comes out. So we're going to get to that, but a lot of it is scheduling and promotional windows and whatever. But we do have coming on the show on Friday the director of I Love My Dad.
Oh, hey.
Which is the Patton Oswalt comedy. Jim Morrisoni is his name.
I think it's
Morosini. James Morosini, he's the lead actor and the writer-director of I Love My Dad. Going to be here on Friday because the movie is coming out on digital. So we're trying to bring you directors that you'll have direct access to so you can ask them questions. Bethel Games says superhero : electropens. And Script Doctor says they, them should have been a satire that challenged all the arguments of the pronouns. And those arguments should have terrified the they, thems to earn the horror genre instead of sad comedy. It is sort of devolves into sad comedy just because it just falls into cliche. It's literally like they took an AI, wrote the outline for the script, and then they just filled it in with lines.
Yeah. Did you ever see Karen the movie?
I did see Karen the movie.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it was like it wasn't. She wasn't a Karen. She was just a super racist woman, and they completely left out what Karens really are, and that would have been a much more interesting movie than just racist woman.
Right. And here we go. Want Biscuit says big nope to they, them. And Andrew Odette, Kevin, they can. Kevin, they can. All right. Could have done that there. Solomon Thornton says they/them equals the message, which is a critical drinker thing. It's not, I don't know that like, I mean, yeah, I guess the message is there, but it's so obvious. It's not, there's nothing surprising or nuanced about it. It's like, gay people should be allowed to be gay. And so what? That's basically the message of the movie. Yeah. Gay conversion camps are bad. Okay. And
it's like when someone mentions Trump, all it does is to trigger anxiety and fear, and it's just a lazy way of telling a story at that point.
Exactly. So I don't know. Your mileage may vary if you've already got Peacock, and I feel like a lot of people don't. It's $4.99 a month or free with ads, I think.
I think it's $8. I don't know. I think I'm paying $8. I mean, like I said, I get Peacock just because.
Wait, you're paying for it? You didn't see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Alan, how dare you?